What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to finish composing some original music that I've started. And yeah, so this will probably be the last one because I only have a little bit I want to, and then we'll be done with that. Welcome, Sylvie Lopez, querida amiga. ¿Cómo estás? Um, so now this is going to be the last stream we do for this song. We'll be finishing this song which you started and we've done in like previous things, but I wasn't able to stream recently because I was visiting family, and for Thanksgiving, because Christmas is too expensive to fly that far. And so now I'm coming back into it, and I think today we'll do this, and tomorrow we'll probably I want to do I think I can do something from DK3 GBA. There's not a lot I can do with the current data known. There are a few songs that I have that I think I could do that have been cleared. So with it's not like maybe not restored, but definitely recreated where I don't know there's where I don't exactly know some like one or two instruments that were being done. So created. I think your introduction got cut off. Really? Does that get cut off? I didn't know. I thought, I never know. Like, I have to check, see how much of the podcast actually shows before I start. So, but anyway, welcome. And this is, I don't know. But we are going to be doing this original tune. Welcome all who have joined in. Oh, welcome, Carlo Nassau. Maybe the upload doesn't do that. I'll have to look into that. That sounds like a problem. So anyway, this track I can play you the what we have so far. Ooh, crashing? I think FLStudio is crashing on me. That's wild. Such is the custom for Windows, especially with Windows 11. Yeah. Yeah, we're going down. Okay, so we have to load this up again. Windows will be Windows. Broken Windows. How about that? They don't design them like they used to, that's for sure. Or maybe they always designed them that way. I can't Okay, so we're loading this again. But anyway, welcome, y'all. I haven't had the chance to greet you. Please introduce yourself. Up. So, is it loading like immediately? Because normally this one, like orchestral element, take a long time to load. But I guess since it's already in the cache. Fantasy shmup stage. I don't know what that means, but I'd say you're probably right. Welcome, Roush candidate. Roush candidate. Nice. Okay, so we'll write an ending for that. That's. But all in all, I feel that this section, there's a weak section here. This part. So it's a very good. It's almost done. But let's see. I want to revisit this part here because I feel it needs some. Okay, so this part, it's pretty good in the beginning. The first part is good. No, that's not it. Oops. Ah, here it is. Okay, so for this part, I want the oboe and the bassoon to be in unison here, or at least maybe a power chord. Let me change my snap to a step. There we go. Nice. That's pretty good. Okay, and then the way the oboe just drops out, like, doesn't easy. Wonder if I can go down with it. I can only go to about D sharp. If I make it rise lower slowly. That's a sour note. I think I can go to G sharp down there. That A sounds a little sour, even though it is. Let me check the harmony here. What else do we have playing? Okay, just right there we have another E a little bit low. But this chord is A major, so that's that C is not actually there, that's a key switch. I think it's just because it's so close down here. Okay, so this chord is B major, so that B major doesn't really work unless you, well, it could make it a G sharp minor. Except that our other basses are playing F sharp, so that we should probably go up there. And then maybe let's lead up to this other line by doing the. Why? Wait. So our chord here. What is our chord is still just going to be B. We're doing like that, so let's go on off of B major. Actually, I don't want it to clash with this part, so let's just do. Nice. Okay, so overall that section's not. And I kind of want to give the bassoon a chance to breathe a little bit here, because these are some good notes. Cool, very nice. That makes keep on excellent. Okay. Hi, welcome, Zebulunam. Metroid. We have a lot of SFT, FST, and NKI files, which I don't know what that is, except payment to place all the instruments to an accept payment to place all the instruments into understandable SF2 arrangement. I'm starting to restore Super Metroid Arcade. Okay, so yeah, the reason why those are in different kinds of files, the FST files you can ignore because the FST is only a preset file for FLStudio, meaning that it takes a sample and it might do various things to it. It's like a sampler preset for FLStudio, so it might put an envelope on it and various things that you would also see in an SF2. But I found it easier because some of these, like the NKI files, are because contacts, like some of these, like the easiest way to get these from their original discs, like was to use Contact, because Contact 5 is the only thing that can open those things. And so I had to, and so they come out as NKI files using Contact. So it was easier than porting. Like it was easier just to use that because I have Contact than to port them all over to SF2, which I didn't need to do. So if you want them as an SF2, or if you want them as an SF2, you want to pay me for that, you can. I would accept payment for that, and then you can talk. We can talk about that via Discord. If you want to do it yourself, your method would be to download the Contact player, which is a free demo for Contact, and then you should be able to load those files with the free Contact player, and then you can export them as a when you export you can export them as a new instrument. You load them up and you export them, and you select to export them as patch and samples. You can find a way to do this, like if you Google online as well. Google, there will be some article that shows you how to do it, but you export them as patch and samples, and then it spits out the samples as WAV files. And then the only difficult thing is you might have to loop them yourself. I don't know if you can. Sounds complicated. Then we can work out a payment for that. Trying to restore Super Metroid Arcade. Nice. So into an understandable SF2 arrangement. You mean like an SF? So if as long as you mean an SF2 file, then I can put them in SF2 file. If you need them all as like all the project files as a as SF, like with using SF2s, a bit different. But you can message me about that. Hola, hola, buenas tardes, amiga Sylvie. Welcome. Bienvenida. Oops, this note. Press my arm. Glad I can make it today. Welcome, Space Fanatic 64. Last month I got my hands on audio interface after ages. I've been able to use my synths, physical synths in music. All right, that's great. Okay. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, hope that helps. And yeah, SF2 because I'm mixing a MIDI. So yeah, I mean, I can give you an SF2 file that would be cheaper, and then if you replace all the instances within the project with the SF2, that would be because if you're mixing a MIDI files would not need that, but that would be more of a DLS, I guess. But we'll see. We'll work it out. Anyway, I keep hitting this note. Where to rest my arm. Okay, so anyway, this about what we have so far. I kind of want to do some like vocals because I've created lyrics for in place of here. Look at this one. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, I actually kind of want to add some vocals, but we'll see. I might do that later. First, let's write some actual music. So, Control A to select everything, and let's put a new section. Oh, but do I have like none selected? Oh, it's like a half beat, a bar. So I wanted to do like an intro, like a title screen sort of thing, because this is sort of like You know, if this is sort of like feels like the first part feels like a level theme. And so I wanted to kind of write a title screen, kind of like how DKC2 does this epic opening and then it goes silent and then it goes to like the video theme. I wanted this to go to like a level theme. So, and I have an idea for this because when I originally wrote the beginnings of this song in LittleBigPlanet way back like 10 years ago. It's I had like the first this was the first iteration, like the first version of the song I made. I think I'll give myself like 8 bars. Yeah, maybe I want to do like six. Yeah, so what I want to do is it's a slowed down version, like a slow but like heavy version of the. So what I will do is let's find first empty and call this row. Or yeah, we'll go with that for now. So we'll start with the oboe. Let's see. I might have it low expression. Uh, okay. Oh, if you like slurs the notes if you put them together, I'll have to remember that. I could have that, but so what I want to do here is write the melody. Na, na, na. Let me quantize this. Na, na. See what velocity this is that I'm writing with. Yeah, normal velocity. And it's not taking the new. But also, it'd probably be easier just to start with the default melody, and then stretch it out. So the original melody is here. Okay, so that's the standard melody right there. So if we take that, if we delete this, use this, then I'm gonna put. Actually, I want it to start on this like without that. Then if I stretch it out by half with a slowed down version, and then I quantize it. Right. So, and what I don't want so many notes here, so I want this to be like da, na, na, na. This is supposed to be like a chill introduction. Okay, so there's something. So I want to remove the vibrato first of all. Vibrato. Na, na. And I don't want it to be so jazzy, so I want it to be going to be a little annoying. I want to turn down the expression for this since that's always. Yeah, I think. Oh wait, I need more of a half a beat. And let's send this back a little bit. Okay, and then I want to do. Oh, it doesn't even go that low. The oboe doesn't have. I wanted to do. So we're gonna have to have the bassoon do. And then I can remove these. Okay, and then I'm gonna have the bassoon take that over. Do. So this will be. I kind of want. So I'm gonna see if I can get both of them to. No, they wouldn't want to do that. This melody is turning out to be very different. So I think it's mostly that I just move this note later. Okay, and then we make this later. Here. So this part, I want to absorb this note. Once again, change the timing a little bit. Okay, so that's a good start here. Now, thank you. $5 from Zena Siebelnom. Thank you. But by the way, I'll never come close to an accurate shape. The FF7 midis with the OG, but yes, I think a lot of those games, maybe FF7. I don't know what FF7 uses, but it could be similar to. It could be a lot of Roland stuff, and so maybe the Roland 1080 was used. I don't know. You are welcome, Zikwiz. You're a complete legend. Discovered you through restored music of Donkey Kong Country. Great, welcome. I'm glad you enjoy it. Welcome to the stream. I'd like to collaborate you with on a song or even a collaborative album. We'll see. Feel free to message me. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be jamming your toast in seconds. That's funny. I'm dead. Nice. And a shirt title something weird. Nice. Rolling. Another $5 from Zeeble now. Thank you. Glad you appreciate it. The Roland SF2 is incomplete. Is this how you restore? How do I get the rest of the Roland samples? Do I have to buy the physical modulator plug to PC? I don't know. I don't know of any Roland sound fonts, or maybe the orchestral fan. There's some sound fonts out there, but the best way to get a hold of these Roland samples is to download the what's it called, the discs, the sample CDs, the official Roland sample CD. They're like they're labeled as L-CDP, and then they have a number, but they're named. And yeah, if you get the roll, like you can find it on like various things online, like R Massive, or what's it called? I found them on archive.org. Archive.org. You download the ISO them, and you have to get Contact 5 to run them. It's complicated. And then I use Daemon Tools Lite to what's it called, to mount the CD. It's kind of a process. Right, maybe a lot of stuff. The FF7. Anything Roland would probably be, if they're from Roland, then they might match. The spreadsheet is usually right. But yeah, it might just sound similar because a lot of these things sound similar, or it might be other Roland machines because Roland reuse a lot of the same samples from their in their CDs, like on their machine. But that's why usually, no matter what Roland machine things are from, I usually just get them from the sample CD, because the sample CDs contain most of their sample collection in high quality. And most of the things that were used on the machines, like the Sound Canvas and the JV, are have a compressed ROM, so they will have lower quality sounds. Let's see, am I on one second? I'm trying to have a noise gate on here, and I'm trying to tweak it so that it doesn't close my voice out. I originally tweaked it for a high noise environment. But anyway, yeah, that's about what I would say about that. So this is the general melody that I want here, and so for the let's go for some harmony here. I want to start with a bass, which I want to use the string bass that I used for the beginning. So let's go. So let's try dum da 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 dum da 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 dum da da da, and then it goes. I want it to go down to. I want it to go down to G sharp. Oh, but I can't go down because that's the lowest note. I'll have to go up. Da 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 da. But I kind of want them to sustain here. I don't want them to fade out. So maybe I have to modulate the sustain here, because let's see. So here I can do that. I think I might have done that already. Let me see. Let me go into current project and do patterns. The bass, I might have that already. Envelope sustain. There we go. So I've done that already. So that will be already well configured. Now I just need to go to the intro and say that, hey, I want this to sustain the whole way through. Okay, so then I'll just repeat that, I think. And then I kind of want it to change here. So here the general thing goes from E to F sharp, which is sort of in the key of minor. That's like a 1, 3, 4. So that would be go here and then go na na na. And then you're basically climbing up to G sharp. Actually, I kind of want it to take, because this is the note that I want. And I got in the central note. Let me see how that sounds, actually. Actually, I don't really want it to change that much, because this is a... Nice. Yeah, I think maybe F sharp would be good here. Okay. Now that's good for Dal. Now that will be the... So we have our melody and our bass. Two very most important parts. Now, what other harmonies do I want here? I definitely want the brass. I definitely want the choir to have some play here. Let's see what else this is. We have pizzicatos. I don't want to use those here. We have choirs that are really quiet for some reason. I think I've been modulating the choirs as well. Let's see. Where's my pads? Yes. Play volume. I think this is the volume that I need. So here I need this to be full. Cool. I like that. Let's do that and then okay, so for that second part, since there's already a G sharp here, we'll just change that to this to a D sharp. Okay, so first thing I think I would like this better as an F sharp, this note here. And this choir, well, that's kind of a cool sound actually. Hold on. So this, I don't necessarily want it that loud. Maybe let's take it down a notch. And I kind of want to lower the bass overall. I feel that the track in general has a lot of basses. And I kind of want, for the melody, okay, now this section has to follow the chord progression, which goes E, see if a third, and then I kind of want to have it like lazily, like not, you know, like not update here, just do a third here. then go to the, and then go to a fifth on F sharp here. So it'll be like the 5 of the scale, well, the 4 actually. Da. And I kind of want to give some more parts to the bassoon, so it's not just like, hey, I'm here because the oboe doesn't have enough range. So I kind of want it to have a call and response. Hi, Lake Limbo, welcome. New composer for the White House? No, I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm the new composer for my house, and my apartment has white walls, so I guess that counts. Welcome, Amilcar Batista. Hi, Mr. Jammin. Have you ever thought about remaking some Kirby songs from the SNES? I have not really done much Kirby. I didn't really grow up with Kirby, and so it's kind of outside my scope. But some people have commissioned Kirby. I think there's one person has commissioned 2 Kirby songs, or maybe 1 or 2. I can't really remember. But yeah, some Kirby has been done on this channel as a commission, but I haven't really thought about making more. It hadn't really made much of a connection with me personally. I'm not saying this is totally accurate, but it sounds like really close enough with the JV. To restore JV 1080, I would complain, but there's actually a 7-10 redundant cork. I didn't like it. Ah, okay. That's interesting. Should restore the Plock soundtrack. Well, let's see. I think I've looked into Plock. Plock seems like a popular one, but I've not found really that it was possible to be restored. There's a lot of holes in Plock. Like there's like a lot of things that aren't, like sources that aren't discovered. And has the ability of making amazing songs for mostly mediocre games. Nice. I haven't played the game. I've heard of the soundtrack a little bit, but the boss tune is really nice, and I think the main theme is good. And also Silver Surfer is a great soundtrack. Yes. Let's see. So now I want to give this oboe, the bassoon, some more parts. So I might port this. Second phrase over to bassoon. So I wonder if it wouldn't be a terrible idea to extend the notes of each of the one when it's not doing call and response. But I also don't want to like make it unrealistic in the sense that there's no space for air, even though wow, wind players can go a long time without air. I kind of want to give them a break here. Okay, and then let's port this phrase over to bassoon. And then maybe have that final phrase like be played by both of them. Da-na-na-na-na. And I want to, and I'm gonna have these long notes kind of fade out later, like they're gonna have a envelope over time. Okay, I'm gonna send that to the oboe. I mean the bassoon. And then I want to, first of all, I want to extend these notes out. So let's say this is going to do that. This is going to do that. And I kind of want to have a legato note here. Let's see, this chord is going to be some kind of E. Probably going to be E major. So then I want to have this be a B to establish the fifth. Dun. And then I want to go and get this, copy it, and have them both play this part. Or maybe an octave lower even, if it goes that low. Nice. Nice. And I kind of want to have the oboes and bassoons be louder in the absence of the basses, being like in the lower volume of the basses. These have to be clear. Actually, the bassoon is plenty loud. Okay, I want them to since they're gonna fade out, I can have them like not have much space since they're gonna have changing, you know, like I'll just give them a quarter note or an eighth note of space. So then I want to configure the oboes, oboes things. So let's see, let's go to generators, oboe, expression. And then control insert all of what's here, and then okay, so here we want it to go down pretty much here and then come back up at about the next beat, a beat before. This fades out to here, 2 beats before. This is where it'll come back. Let's check this part. Okay, this part has to be dead. And I kind of want the expression to rise here. Da, na, 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 na. Nice. So now let's go for the vibrato. I really only want the vibrato to come in like whenever, like it can roll in whenever there's a long note, but like not very strong. Whoops. I kind of want the vibrato to suddenly come in on this part. On this note in particular. Maybe this one too. No, this one. Nice. Okay. Now let's go to the bassoon and let's configure the expression. Let's see. Actually, admittedly, I don't know what was going on with that game. Fallen Brothers weren't utilizing the SNES hardware properly because PC DOS version sounds fine. Ah, maybe they just couldn't hack it. Some games were impressive and others were straight up cheap. Yes, probably. I wouldn't know. Okay, I also want to extend some of these, do the same with the extension of some of these bassoon notes. Yeah. Let's see. This will go down to here. Okay, and then it's just sustained from all there on out. Actually, nice. Then I want it to rise. Nice. Okay, so then the vibrato. And this note will be have vibrato. I think it's this note that I want. Ah, yes. Okay, very good. So that will do for that, and then we need. I want some legato horns. Now we used horns in the boss theme. I used 2 trumpets, 2 French horns, and 3 like some low brass, 3 trombones. So I want to get those first trombones, those low trombones, and then but the sustained version instead of staccato because I used them staccato. So let's go into 2 trombones and 1 bass trombone. And then legato would be, I don't need slur, I just need sus. Let's see how that sounds. Let's add that. Let's go and send it to channel 8. No, that's not channel 8. It's not loud enough. Let's raise it. Still not loud enough. Could be alright. Let's see what else we got around here. Legato repetition. Let's replace that with that. Oh, that's much better. Of course, we can't make it any weaker than that, but I guess it's like one or the other. 0 or 100. So let's go to 8. And then let's see, we want a low C sharp. Actually, I really don't want it that strong, so I'm going to replace it in a minute. So let's replace that with the other sus version and see how it stands up. Can't even hear it. So let's go to the mixer and let's go to the mixer and raise it up as much as possible because I can't hear it very well. See, this doesn't change anything, does it? Okay, now let's get the French horns in on it. I think they would do nice. I still think the basses are pushing a lot. Nice. Okay, so let's put the French horns in on that. 2 French horns, long, sus. Let's set that to be 9. Let's put it as loud as it can go. They're still quiet, so let's go and raise them up. That's good. Okay, now let's go to play and channel 9. Yeah, that's good. Let's put that there, the D sharp, and then I kind of want to make this one go lower. That would be layering. This time, let's make this go up to the 5th. Nice. Cool. Okay, so the other thing I want to introduce is I want to put a little piano in there. But first, let's see. Trying to see if the World Industry 220 was used in anything besides games. Just it was used in Rugrats and SpongeBob. Rugrats used a lot of Fairlight CMI. I thought it was all CMI. Welcome, Gamer XT. How do you do? Now, so this, let's see. We will have a piano. I want to introduce a piano here. I'll only use the piano in one place, but I feel it's important to use a piano. It would be important here. So let's see. Use the default, keep it as the default patch for now. Let's go and take the, I want to have it start here. Nice. Okay, so now I want to add reverb on that. And take the use the concert hall. And then it's losing volume for that, using clarity, so let's add that in. Now let's check our levels here. Nice. The bass should be down here. But like the problem is here we have a lot of mids, and it's not the melody instruments that are taking up all the mids. It's a lot of it is the bass instruments. Or the pad instruments, because, let's see. Oh, the brass is all going through that. Okay, interesting. We don't have any effects on there anyway. Okay, so it's not too much. Yeah, actually I can hear them very well. So now the piano, turning that down a bit. Actually, I don't think we want to have that expression go up here. We just don't have the volume for it. Volume. Let's try it without. Let's go a little bit down on the volume of both of these. Nice. Okay, that's better. Nice. Okay, so now I want to do some of those symphonic drums that I did before. Welcome, red beans and rice. Greetings. So now let's see. So for that, we're using. Let me go back to them, like the cinematic drums. Dun. And I think I can reuse that same pattern if I go here. So let's go. Let's see. Let's chop these up a bit. I don't think I'll be needing this part. Dun, 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 dun. Yes. Okay, so now the only thing is that I want a little bit more space, like one bar of more space. Let's see, Shift I, and then dun. And then I think it was nice. I kind of want to do something inspired by DK2, where it was like you had the title screen, you had silence, and then you had a little chime, and then it went to the next screen. So I could have a tling. Cool. So that'll do. Let's see. Let me check my levels for this. Well, it's got a lot of nice highs with the crash and all. Get some good lows too. Let's turn down those cinematic drums. Nice. Lovely. Okay, and then yeah, and then really all that's left is like I want to do something a little stronger at the end there, maybe yeah, because these notes all have like they just end, you just go silent, but I want these to be like, here's an actual final note real quick. And maybe, just maybe, we can like use their da-da-dum. So this is a power chord. Let's make this a power chord on C. And then so let's make the bass really short. And then this, let's just do the low brass staccato. Which one is that? Not this one. not that. Yeah, it's this one. Alt-C. So now that would be something else. Oh wait, no, that's something else. Which one was the French horns staccato? Two French, that was 6. Okay. But I think they were kind of strong, so they kind of fell off my radar. But that'll be okay if they were a little strong. Ah, for the choir we have a key switch. So let's do that. And let's say which note is the key switch? C2. Okay. And so that means that I want to make sure that it stays here for C2. Use the C2 to put it there, and then we're going to have it go to, what is the staccato note? Where can I find some staccato stuff? So I remember I was using, I used staccato stuff in the, like the staccato key switch in this part. Okay, so here, I think this should be it. It's either that or it's either D or D sharp. Let's find out. And either it's can't just make it like can't grab the thing. I have to use the mouse for that. Okay, so and then I want to have a hit at the end on that final note. Okay, and then let's see. Okay, so this is going to go to, let's see if we shift. That will be, we'll delete those two. And then I think it said 6. Yeah. Well, let's see if there's a lower velocity sort of thing. Yes, good. Really? Why would you have the choir be doing that when I really put the key switch there? Maybe that's not actually the staccato key switch. Interesting. So, which one is staccato then? Let's see. D is staccato, but it's not behaving. It's not actually doing anything. So let's see. Maybe it needs to be a little bit before. There we go. It just needs to be a little before. That's all. Cool. All right, cool. Did you listen to the Street Fighter playlist on my channel? Yes, I did. Nice. Sounds slightly Egyptian. Ah, yeah, because those legato notes kind of make it sound like that. Oops, breeze beezers in small screen. Nice. Welcome back. I just went to get the apple and some milk. Nice. Snack and a dinner and a show. Wow, not much happened here. Yeah, it's I was fighting with the key switches a little bit. So we got the hit here. So now we just need the chime, and for that I would like to do I would like to use the kalimba maybe. Let's see. Which one is the kalimba? Whoops. Oh, that's what I'm all the way down here. Let's see which channel is the kalimba. Number 2. Dun, dun, dun. So let's have it be like ding, do like a chime. Yeah. I kind of want it to be like a high, like. Oh, that's a half a beat. That won't do. I mean, they need like half a step. Nice. I like that. Okay, and then maybe let's give it a little bit more space. Shift I. Move this one bar over. Nice. We can move this over a little bit. I kind of want to have this note, play around with this note a little bit. I like that. I like that better. What did you think about them? SFOST. Yeah, they were nice. Nice, what is it? I think it was a lot of hype, some hype music, some nice EDM-ish things with some, with also some sax. Pretty cool. Yeah. So, yes. And I think that'll do for that. You know the other thing, so this, and then I have to write an ending here. I forgot about that. No, do that. Okay. So what I want to do here is have it be then it like fades out, and then it goes, and it crescendos back in, and then it hits a final note. Because right now I think we're hitting a 5, like the G sharp chord, yes, and so then it's got to resolve to go back home to C sharp. Bring back our staccato, our legato brass patches. We're gonna need one for this, for the trumpets, because these are trumpets right here. So let's do that. Let's go make a legato trumpet patch. What did I use? 2 trumpets? Yes. La do dum da dee da do dum. Let me do marcato L because I want there to be like an accent at the beginning so that it sounds like a hit. Okay, so let's send that to channel 10. And then we're gonna sample this, see how that sounds. Actually, it might be nice to, what if I just do a natural crescendo thing? That would be cooler. Let's see, and then maybe have it lead straight back into the intro as if the whole thing was gonna loop, you know, like that last long note. That would be pretty cool. We'll see. So let's see, effects, and then crescendo slow. Let's replace that with what we have here. Yes. So this would be... Okay, so that's a good crescendo. Let's go here and then go to the trumpet crescendo slow, raise it up, and then see how that does in the pattern. And so let's switch all of these to channel 10. But actually, no, I kind of want to keep the hit and then have them have the crescendos come in. So let's copy that, paste it, and then Alt-C to change. Let's Shift-C to select it again, and then let's see where it like goes up. Okay, let's see what so we don't need it to be that strong. That is like entirely too loud, so let's go and turn it down. Let's go and let's go back to our volume increase, and maybe I don't know if we'll take it all the way back down, but okay, I think that works. Oh, you know what? It accidentally enabled the echo on the oboe and bassoon, and I kind of like that. Kind of want to keep that. Let's see. Yes, so let's go to edit events on the delay. Why are you not going to the intro? And then let's enable that. Okay, but we also want to automate the, I don't want it to be that strong. So maybe, let's see, what are we doing for the, what do we have automated already? Mute solo, time, output. Okay, so we want the output to be less, like about that much. Nice. Cool. I like that. Even better now. Okay, so let's go back to the ending. And these violas need an end. And I don't think there's a staccato version of this. Whoops. So we can, since they're all legato anyway, we can just do that for, like, have it, like, use automation for that. Okay, and then let's go straight down to the G sharp here. Oh wait, it goes up to the 5th first, and then it does down there. Okay, so undo that. I think this note doesn't exist. Okay. Oh, that's an intriguing note, but yeah, that could be, so that could be enough. I think that should be enough to let's see if we've already yeah, okay, so we have the volume automation. So let's immediately have this dip down. Wow, okay. I think that'll do fine. This just needs a little bit more smoothing, and then it doesn't all go all the way down. Dun. I think it could go. I think it should go slower. Dun. And then so it goes down, and then have it be more like 2 bars. We need to extend the notes now. Yes, I like that better. Now the volume thing, I think I want it to dip down faster. Nice. Okay, and then we're going to want to resolve that to I'm going to let this note come, just continue on, and then we want to do... Okay, for 2 bars is good enough to have that final note ring on. Okay, and then, let's see. Have that, and then we'll do this. So this is going to be like so. And then we will go straight to the, let's see. So now we just need, I think after that we'll just do the brass after that. So that'll be like the intro. So let's go get the intro and do like that. But then let's cut off the like thing here, and let's also make this unique. Maybe let's to do a proper ending, because I want to remove that note there. Oops, I keep hitting that with my arm. Let's get some space here. Okay, so the trumpets are like the crescendos are a little bit, or climaxing a little bit too early. So let's put them like a half a bar later. And actually, I want some space before the final note, like it goes to silence for a bit, and then it stops. Nice. Okay, actually, I do want a little more than that there. Let's see. This I don't want. Now these notes need to become longer. Okay, so we do need a longer electric guitar note, and then we need a hit at the end, like the cinematic drums. Okay, let's have this stop earlier. Nice. 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 Okay. Let's call this the ending. Okay, now we just need this part to come in. Okay, cool. So this is going to be staccato when this comes in. Let's make a slice. And then we'll put dum dum do. And go back to staccato here. No, that's the wrong. That's this one. Actually, no, we need it to be sustained because we need a long note. We just need a volume envelope on the chorus. Blah, blah. Let's see. Where is my pads? Play volume. Okay, so now which one is this one? Chorus. Yes. Okay, so if we right click and drag, okay, so now let's extend these this choir chord out And actually, these can be glued, but that's good. Control G. Nice. So I like that. We can call that done, I think. Except I wonder if I want to do a I wonder if I want to do vocals for this. I'll have to see. Hello, here to Tina. Welcome. Yeah, it has been a bit. Long time no see. Long time no type text. Let's see. A new LittleBigPlanet would probably be good, although there is the fan game on Steam. What? There's a fan game on Steam for LittleBigPlanet? I did not know about that. I have to look at that. That sounds awesome. Now, a new LittleBigPlanet is probably not going to happen because, you know, Media Molecule is not really doing that anymore after Dreams didn't really do so well. Which I think Dreams probably didn't do so well because it was like the extra dimension was too complicated. It wasn't casual enough. It was like you had to be kind of like an engineer to like create something with that, and you couldn't really couldn't get together with your friends and do it, so it's kind of difficult. But we do need another game like LittleBigPlanet that gives you that sense of community. Hello, Kaiju Senior, welcome. Kaiju, nice. I miss LBP. Sure wasn't everything like Dreams was. That I thought it was a good mix of being complex, and having a style. Yeah, I thought Dreams was nice for playing, and I played it for a little bit, and I kind of like meandered around with the create mode, but it didn't really flow like LittleBigPlanet was. It was sort of a bit too much of a learning curve, I felt. Some people say that Dreams, same company, had failed because it was too complex. Yes, it didn't. It was a little bit too complex, but there were some great Dreams, as it were. Great levels made for that game. Those we have is a game called Restitched. I've never heard of that. Fan game is called Okay, so that is the game. Yeah, I'll have to look into that because that sounds interesting. Yes. Okay, so I want to see if I can. Let's see, how long have we been streaming here? Now only an hour and 40. Okay, so I'm going to try, let's see. I'm going to try doing my, I might try doing my vocals. Let's see. Okay, I might decide on that later. I think I'll need some coaching because I'm not really that good at vocals yet. But I want to make sure that about the levels, because I lowered the bass and raised the melody lines. Let's see how that stacks up. That's cool. I want to turn down the drum set a little bit because it is getting a bit hot. Oh yeah, we need some more. I think we have some room for the bass to come up. I want to get some more highs in there, kind of. Maybe we'll turn off the hi-hats. Let's see how that affects the levels. Nice. Now we have some more solid levels. Nice. I might add the vocals around like somewhere later. Yeah, maybe in the boss section. Or maybe in the EDM section. Ooh, that would be good. But I feel it's not hype enough for the vocals that I do. Maybe in the boss section. We'll see. But for now, we'll call that done. And this should be on YouTube next week, probably. So we'll get that. So I'll get to, like, I don't even know what I want to do for the video. We'll see. It might be a while. But tomorrow I want to go for a, oh, you said the hi-hat could be a little lower than volume. Okay. I just raised it. Let me put it back. And see, because I didn't really think it needed to per se, but I thought I just needed more highs, but it might be a stupid thing to do. Should be better. All right, I love that. So we'll call that done for now. And then yeah, tomorrow I want to do a DK3 GBA track because I think I've looked at the information and I should have enough to be able to do one of those. Like there's like a few of them that I could do at least a remake of convincingly. So let's look at that for a second. Now the ones, let's see, do I even have any information? What can be restored? I could do Brothers Bear, because I'm not missing the organ anymore. Could do Brothers Bear, and then I'm still like, so I can't, let's see. I have to update this what can be restored text. Let's see. So I could do Brothers Bear. Brothers Bear could be a possible one, and then I could that one can actually be restored. I do believe. I have to really I have to confirm that, but I do believe it can be restored. And then I can remake. I can do a recreation of nuts and bolts because I don't have that sample like the. I don't even know what was used for the like the electric guitar. It might not even be an electric guitar. It might be a synth with like going run through an amp, or someone might actually be playing guitar. Either way, I'll either get somebody on Fiverr or something, or somebody I know to play that guitar line, or I'll just create it using a synth. I think it would be more exciting to have someone play that on guitar. That would be more fun, and then make that a remake. So I want to either do that for a remake or restore Brothers Bear. It'll be I should be able to restore the intro. The intro can also be done, like the intro tune. That might be a good thing. We'll see. I could also try the percussion loop. I don't have the like. If I want to, I could remake Stilt Village, and then have the guitar like be recorded, because I think the guitar is this a continuation of the previous song, or was it already completed? It was not completed yet. This is a continuation of the same song that we've been doing. Are you using FLStudio? Yes, I am using FLStudio. Fabric designs were more unique than the usual graphics elsewhere. In LBP, yes, the graphics designs in LBP were unique. It like felt real. So this is yeah, let's see. For next, like for tomorrow, probably tomorrow, I think I can I'll either do the intro, Brothers Bear, like restore the intro, restore Brothers Bear, or recreate Stilt Village or Nuts and Bolts. So we'll see. But then I would have to, for both of the recreations, I would have to hire somebody on Fiverr for the guitars. So we'll see. I'll decide on that and get back to you guys. Anyway, have you thought about being in the VC channel when you do streams? I would love to talk with you about making music stuff. I'll have to look into that. I don't know how that would work. Because I would have to route to stream at the same time that I also stream on Discord. I would have to do a test to see if that would work. But that's a possibility. That's something I can look into. I can get both of those GSF. Yeah, the GSF is unfortunately not the problem. It's that there's no MIDIs. Like I have the I mean, if you like the GSFs as like ripped to MP3 or WAV or FLAC would be helpful. If you want to do that, I would be greatly appreciative. But GSFs, unfortunately, I don't have a way to play GSFs. Meant to use a question mark. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so I'll look into that. Thank you. Okay, so I'll figure all that out later. We might not stream tomorrow. I have to see what's going on in the social world tomorrow. So there might be some fun stuff. But either way, we'll be if not tomorrow, maybe on Monday. Because I might take the weekend off. We'll see. But anyway, thanks y'all for coming to the stream, and this will be Jam and Sam signing off. Until next time. So take care and have a good day, or wherever you are.